It's been an insane 24 hours. I haven't slept at all. Basically, about 1:20 p.m. yesterday, 7.7 earthquake hit Myanmar, and the tremors went all the way down to Bangkok. And I was actually filming for my video I was going to release yesterday, and just the ground started moving. And I've never felt anything like that. I'm from LA, and I've experienced many earthquakes, including the Northridge earthquake back in '94. But I think being in a high rise just heightened the level of just shock and the moving, but it was just crazy. It felt like 3 minutes, but I think it lasted about 1 minute. I saw the chandelier start to tremble, and then Evie started barking, and then everything started rocking. I grabbed Evie, I hid underneath the marble desk, just as feeble and futile as that might be, just instinctively rocking back and forth. And the craziest thing was, one, the window in front of me, I'm facing westward. And you might have seen the video footage of the Intercontinental Hotel with the pool water coming down, splashing out onto the street. That's a block away from me. So it was super close. And the worst thing was there's a building in construction with a crane attached. And I really thought that that crane was going to detach. It was wobbling back and forth. And the way it's oriented, if it broke off, it would fall westward towards my building, which was absolutely terrifying. It was like watching a horror movie in slow motion. I kind of froze, and maybe being from LA and being used to earthquakes, I just waited underneath my desk. In hindsight, I probably should have just booked it, but I didn't leave till I heard the sirens go off in my building. I grabbed a backpack, some water, my passport, and some cash, made it to the stairwell, and this was when it got even crazier. I opened the door, and I just saw a flood of water.
Let's see if it go down. I don't know.
And that water was coming from the pool on a rooftop. And that's about 12 floors above where I'm at. But it was gushing really badly. I kind of froze up at first. Luckily, my neighbor said, "We just gotta go."
Oh. Yeah, thank you. Oh my God. I thought Cali doesn't get earthquakes.
Made it outside, and it was crazy because in our assembly area in the front, people were gathered outside, and I totally was late to the game. And I'm just thinking in hindsight now, if I waited another couple of minutes and there was more shaking, I don't know what could have happened. The building could have collapsed. I have no idea. So I was freaking out because after having been through so many earthquakes, I've never been in one with a high rise. And I think that just accentuated everything and just made everything that much worse. So after a few hours, I made it back up. We were given the okay to go back upstairs. And this is where it got crazy because the elevators were down. So we had to walk up 16 flights of stairs with my backpack. Evie was getting tired. I was getting a little tired. And I saw all the damage that occurred in the stairwell of the walls. And I was told that when there are horizontal and diagonal cracks or fissures in the walls, that's a horrible sign. It's easy for it to buckle versus having vertical cracks where it can still support above. So all it takes is like a domino. It takes one just to pull it away. And it's very easy for the all the floors above just to collapse below. And I saw so much damage and a lot of what seems like load-bearing walls. I made it back to my room, and I saw more cracks in the walls above in the ceiling, in the bedroom. My neighbor across the hall, that was really, really bad. Huge cracks in the joints. If it was gonna rock for maybe a few more minutes, or I guess 30 more seconds, it looked like it was about to break off. I don't know, but I'm no civil engineer. I'm just reliving it. It's just going back in shock for me. And then I went back down to take Evie out a few hours, went down 16 flights, and I saw more damage on the way down and on the way up. And I'm like, dude, this is bad. I don't think it's worth the risk. So I made a decision like, yo, I'm just gonna pack 3 backpacks. I probably won't come back here. I'm gonna leave everything behind. I'm just gonna say goodbye, make my peace, but like it's just time to get the F out of here. So right now, I was able to book a hotel that's dog friendly. That's where we are right now, and was lucky to get this room, which happens to be super close to the fire exit, and it's 2 floors down, and I'm on the street, so I feel a lot better. Here it is right here. You can see the ground, and I'm like right here, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's just been insane. Evie's taking a nap right now. She's been through a lot. I don't know what I'm going to do right now. I don't think it's safe for me to go back to my building until it gets completely cleared. But I left so much in there. My niche fragrance collection, like whatever. You know, you just really learn what's most important to you. And I just put everything in 3 backpacks and said goodbye. Got Evie, obviously, and here I am. And I'm just lucky I was able to get a room. I'm not sure what's going to happen next. I might have to live outside of Bangkok. I don't know. I have this place for a week, and I just feel lucky to be here. Feel lucky to be alive, obviously, and seeing the footage of buildings collapse in both Bangkok and, of course, Myanmar. It's heartbreaking. So it just makes you just grateful to be alive, because honestly, I felt it was over. I'm not trying to be hyperbolic, not trying to exaggerate. When I was underneath that desk with Evie, and you just feel the rocking, and you can hear the creaking of the building. You can just feel like things are breaking and cracking, and any moment now the building can collapse. Nothing like that I've ever experienced. It was insane. I just had to post this. I'll try to do an edit maybe next week to have a little bit more polish. But again, praying for all the victims in Myanmar, Thailand, of course. It's going to be quite a long road to recovery.